right, dragons, it must be map day. All right, let's do it, Flame. Good morning, dragons. I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and here's our gigantic map. And we want to welcome you to the news of Camelot. Oh, I don't have the sign. What's today, Flame? That's right, today is Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. And before we get going on Giant Map Day, let's take a moment to pause, put our hand on our heart, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now pause for the moment of silence. Thanks, Dragons. We have an action-packed show, and you can see that Flame has his eyes fixed on something that we're going to teach you a little bit about, but the sun is going to rise today, Flame, at 7:11, and it's going to set at around 6:41 and in the evening. And we wanted to use this big map today, Dragons, because Flame is looking directly at the mighty Mississippi River, which goes way down here and goes all the way up, making so many borders. The Missouri River, which is a huge river, comes all along this way through South and North Dakota. And the reason Flame wanted to talk about the Mississippi River is because, Dragons, on this day, October 7th, in 1993, the Great Flood of 1993 ended. Over 100 days of flooding back in 1993. And we learned something that was really cool about this flood. It destroyed so many things in nature and different businesses and houses. It was a very sad time in the Midwest. But flooding, Dragons, does not occur just because of one rainstorm. The flooding actually started a year earlier, not because it kept raining the whole time, but this part of the country right here in the North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, right here, it had a really wet and snowy winter, right? And it snowed a lot, and then in the spring, when the spring months came, it rained a lot. It didn't rain too much where all in one time, but it rained a whole lot throughout the spring. And then in June and July, there was a humongous storm that brought a lot of rain. And it was very dry down here in the south. And what happened was the water had nowhere to go. The water couldn't get absorbed into the ground, so it broke away the land, and the area in the Midwest flooded, and it flooded for over 100 days. It was the biggest flood in the past since 1927, since in the past 70 years. And there was so much damage that happened, but on October 7th is the day that the flood ended. It was the point when the water level had finally gotten below what's called a flood level. So a big day in history, in weather history, and Flame just keeps looking at the mighty Mississippi River on the map, so we thought we'd share that with you. Da-da-da! It's time for the birthday box. And on October 7th, let's see if we have any cool birthdays coming our way. Let's see here. We've got 3 birthdays. We've got David Adigwe. Happy birthday, David, in kindergarten. Toby Osberg in 1st grade. Happy birthday, Toby. And Serrano Vasquez in 2nd grade. Happy birthday to our trio of dragons. And let's check the mail real quick. Let's see what we got here. It says, Dear Flame, Flame, what is your favorite plant? Ooh, what is your favorite plant? From Olivia Quinn. What is your favorite plant, Flame? Do you have a favorite plant? Oh, you like nice tall trees? Like a mango tree? Like to sit in the shade? Or maybe a pineapple tree? Huh? Very cool. Just all trees. You're a tree kind of guy, right? So fly up and around the trees. Very nice. And we have a couple questions left from Miss Juan's class. Let's read one more. How about that, Flame? It says here, what is your favorite thing to do? You have all the things in the world that you could do. What's your favorite thing in the world to do? Ah, I bet you guessed it. It's fly around and look for tasty fish. There's nothing that can replace getting tasty fish. Dragons, what is your favorite thing to do? You know, today is going to be very warm. It's nice outside. You certainly have had a good solid half week of learning that you can look back on. But what is your favorite thing to do on times after school? Like as soon as either 2 o'clock or 2:30 or 3:30 comes around, what is your favorite thing to do? On behalf of Flame, I'm Mr. Salerno. We hope you enjoyed our giant map again, Dragons, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.